The past is a gaping hole. Your only chance is to turn around and face it.
Well, folks, thanks for joining me on the first official video on this channel. Say goodbye to your eyesight. Here's to common sense. That's some good scotch. Well, now that needless Eric André reference is over, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today on the very first real video on this channel. Now, before we begin, I would like to address the fact that, yes, the topic of this video is very strange and discomforting for some, including me, both as a debut video and just a video in general. Well, the way I see it, we take as much inspiration from the things that we hate as much as we do from the things that we love. And this topic in particular stands in opposition of pretty much everything that I believe in, both as an aspiring comic book writer and just a thinker in general. Not to mention the fact that when I used to be an angry, crass-minded teenager...
Bitch! No, get down on the ground when I ask you to.
I legitimately loved this game. So I guess moving on from it was kind of a rite of passage for me in my whole process of growing up. Plus nowadays, it's just this inside joke that's intriguing to look back on with fresh eyes now that I'm able to understand what is so fundamentally wrong with it. But this is just a silly internet video, so you can't take it that seriously. Now, since most of you probably have no clue as to what the hell I'm even talking about, let me give you some context. HuniePop was something made by somebody at some point in time.
Oh yeah, don't worry. They can't see or hear me. I'm just a figment of your imagination. Plot twist!
It's, some kind of game. Kind of.
This is what we refer to as a mega bitch.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little hard for me to vocalize, because, see, I want to punch this game, as in punch its goddamn lights out because I despise its very existence. But what shocks me even more than the game itself is just how critically acclaimed it is. I mean, you have some of the biggest YouTubers in history. You know, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Game Grumps, what have you, who just play and love it non-stop. But if you think about their fame and fortune and use that as a reason to put their opinions on it above mine, let me give you a personal anecdote that paints a pretty decent but subtle portrait of this game's sins. Naturally, as someone with autism, I struggled a lot with making friends in high school, so I joined this social program a couple towns over. And very few of the kids with me there were my age, many of them being in 8th grade. So during one of these sessions, I was sitting next to a bunch of 8th graders talking about Jacksepticeye when they turned to me and asked me if I watched any of his videos. I told them, yeah, I used to a little, but he just played this game that really upset me and I just couldn't do it anymore. They asked me which game it was, and because I didn't want to say the title for damn good reasons, I just gave them a couple of subtle hints as to which one I was referring to. And to my surprise, they asked very quickly, oh, you mean that embarrassing anime ripoff of Candy Crush? Yeah, we don't have any interest in watching him play that. So, the YouTubers that I just mentioned, who have played and loved this game so much, are all grown men, and yet 8th graders, kids who aren't even in high school yet, are able to see through its sleeves. I mean, I haven't even gotten to the worst parts of this game, but that itself should be a red flag about it. Now, as an aspiring comic book writer, I'm very much familiar with the philosophy of show don't tell, so I'm gonna try to jump right into the game ASAP. But before I do, I have to heed a warning, because for the purposes of this video, I've typed up a comprehensive list of adjectives and pronouns that I've used to appropriately describe this game. They are as follows: pathetic, embarrassing, lazy, overconfident, misleading, shoddily made, poorly written, unoriginal, lame, dumb, misogynistic, xenophobic.
Asian chicks? Don't even get me started. I have like the worst case of yellow fever ever.
Sleazy, perverted, cringeworthy, overrated, intellectually insulting, and possibly the worst one on this list, emotionally manipulative. You're welcome. Alright, let's get this over with. Just need to put on my COVID mask. I wouldn't want to catch any love fairy-born pathogen or anything. All set. This isn't even scotch. It's literally just water with food coloring. Protection!
Not just stepping stones. Not just stepping stones.
Now, of course, I would like to bring up my point that I don't mean any personal disrespect towards the people who made this game. I mean, after all, if they came back with a whole new type of game, one with heart and integrity and was well constructed, I would have nothing but the utmost respect for them.
We can never get away from it.
Some people just don't learn. Well, here goes nothing. It's not like death can save me now.
Hi there.
Okay, shut it off.
Well, you know what? It's not like I have any legitimate reasons to hate this character yet.
My name is Kiyu. Nice to meet you. My name is Kiyu. My name is Kiyu.
My name is Kiyu.
My name is Kiyu.
Demon. Well, at the very least, I'm sure she'll be considerate.
You just... Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know, compared to all of the horrendous shit that you're gonna say throughout this game, that was the sweetest thing, 'cause, you know, God forbid somebody have no idea how to respond. But so what if she just made fun of him? Why not give this pathetic schlub a chance?
Wait. You know what? This might actually work. Yeah. Oh man, this is your lucky day, buddy. Listen, I gotta go, but we'll meet again real soon. Trust me. Night!
HuniePop, a game animated in Windows Movie Maker. I mean, like, the first impressions of this game have just been so indescribably epic, I can't imagine anything creepy or suspect going on.
Hey you, rise and shine, we've got work to do!
You're f***ing trespassing.
I said get up!
Get off the screen.
That kid's done.
But luckily, we all given plenty of evidence that she's just trying to help her brother out, and definitely isn't being driven by her ego.
Don't you recognize this adorable face? Common misconception. I assure you that fairies are indeed a thing. You see, as a love fairy, it's my job to help poor saps like you out with the ladies.
You know, it takes a lot of nerve for a game to demean you just for playing it.
I don't like to brag, but I'll have you know I have a very impressive track record.
Congratulations.
All of my previous clients are basically walking babe magnets now.
Once again, congratulations.
You, though. Let's just say you will be my greatest accomplishment yet.
Wow, what a sweet and trustworthy tutorial character. Why the hell do people not like Umu Chow from Sonic Adventure 2 again?
This is the end of the Chow Garden tutorial. Aren't Chow cute? You can visit the Chow Garden anytime. Bye-bye.
Oh my god, it's worse than I thought, isn't it? Alright, grab your shit. We're going on a date right now. Someone has to show you the ropes. I know a place nearby that's open pretty late. You'll love it. Or not, I don't care.
Okay, but can you at least try to care, you know, for the players whose time you're wasting?
Alright, I'll try to make this click.
We don't care. Who are you talking to?
Oh right, let me cover the other token types real quick. I don't give a damn! Parts are passion tokens. You have insulted me for the last time. The higher her passion level is, the more affection will earn. The gold bells are joy tokens. You'll get an extra move by matching those. Very useful. The broken heart tokens are bad news. Seriously, avoid that Payne in the ass. Who doesn't care about what you do as far as I'm concerned. You have humiliated me for the last time with this phone. And when I come out there next week, I'm gonna fly out there for the day. And seeing as how you don't have any, there are like a ton of different date gifts that you can get too. They each have a unique effect on the date and can be extremely useful in combination. Oh, and thanks to a little fairy magic, you'll never actually lose them. So you can use them on your next date too. Is that cool or what?
Who the fuck cares?
Well, now that that's over with, you know how I described this game as being emotionally manipulative? Well, this is where that starts to come in.
Nice! See, I knew you had it in ya.
Now, a surface level argument would be, but listen to her, Sam, she sounds so sweet and encouraging. Well, in that case, then why has she already chastised you several times? If she was a genuinely sweet and encouraging person, she wouldn't have done that, period. If someone treats you wonderfully one minute, and then treats you like shit the next, that is emotional manipulation in its purest form, and it's not like I'm reaching into the void here or anything. It's just about what makes someone a genuinely nice person and what doesn't.
Introducing the latest in Love Fairy technology, the Honeybee 4.0.
Okay, thank you for the Dora the Explorer cell phone, but I'm gonna be needing this. Why?
It automatically registers the info of new girls you meet and can even track their location.
I'm sure nobody would ever use that irresponsibly.
Okay, great. I think that's it for now. Let's get out there and talk to some broads. I said, let's go talk to some broads.
Not funny!
Hey, speaking of John Mulaney, HuniePop is a $10 hooker.
And you are an idiot who fell in love with her. She's not gonna do anything else for you. It's done.
What's that? I didn't hear you. Did you say, hell yeah?
No. Okay, listen, the names of these locations are completely inaccurate, so let me adjust them a little according to what they're going to lead you to.
Alright, ready? Get your game face on.
So if you picked shopping mall out of that list, may God have mercy on you.
What the fuck? Of course you screwed it up! Again?
That's exactly what you asked for! Are you joking?
Fucking learn how to actually play the fucking game and talk.
Shoot a gun, dog! Learn how to fucking shoot a gun!
Bitch, do I look like I'm joking? How am I supposed to rock around like this?
You're fucking loco! This is how I always cut your nasty ass hair!
Riot shield, what else do we do? Oh, riot shield! I'm a pussy that use riot shield!
Nasty ass hair? Ugh, don't even! Look who's talking, skank.
No, bitch! My hair isn't dried out and reeking of smoke, okay?
Whatever, ho. Why don't you go get knocked up again?
Oh, I'm a pussy. What do you want me to use? Look at you, you're 10-15! 10-15, you fucking
You need to turn around and walk away.
What's wrong? Did I hurt your whore feelings?
Turn around and
Ooh, she's a little feisty one, huh?
Oh, no shit.
Whatever you do, just stay. She has to know you're in charge, and her bullshit isn't going to faze you. So whatever.
No. You do not put up with her shit. You walk away from her because she is a verbally abusive monster. And listen, I know I'm taking this game really seriously, but remember when I called it intellectually insulting? Well, here you go! Voila!
Could you move, please? You're kind of in my way.
You know, I'm just thinking about my comic series. It's called Electronuke, and I'm planning on doing a discussion video on it soon. And one of the main characters in it is named Yoko Tashima. And not only does she actually fit the definition of feisty, but Jesus Christ, she is just such a far cry from the Whatever the f*** Audrey's supposed to be here.
Let's see if you've got what it takes. Poised, confident, and a smile that says, "Hello, world, may I take your order?" But for every good employee, there's one who is not so good. Let's see. Inattentive, impatient, a glazed look in the eyes. Look carefully at the "I really wish I weren't here right now" button.
Let's move on. I don't want to deal with Audrey anymore. How could I forget about the park? Or did I forget about the park?
Asian chicks? Don't even get me started. I have like the worst case of yellow fever ever. Ever. Like a yellow plague.
Well, congratulations, Internet. You're in love with a neo-Nazi.
Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab? Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten bin.
Well, I mean, I'm certain that they will not be able to top that one.
Oh my god! Could you please be more racist?
When I get my hands on the people who made this, the violence is gonna be anything but mild.
I don't think that would really happen in real life. In fact, I think that if an Asian woman was in this bad a mood and heard something like this to her face, I think you would end up like the printer from Office Space. Let's see how inaccurate this is to my university experience.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Now, there are many other 2D locations throughout the game, including the gym, which, by the way, the fact that this is something that you can actually say to Kiana and somehow continue the relationship is just so rude and despicable that I'm not even going to get into it. It doesn't deserve my attention. Oh, and if you're somehow wondering why I haven't gotten into the Nutmeg Cafe, it's because that segment is just extremely dull and tedious, which actually sums up most of the game pretty accurately. I mean, unless you just don't think about anything, which, to be fair, seems to be the case with all of the people who play this game anyway, it is just such a slog. I mean, the gameplay is just so goddamn repetitive that it really isn't that dissimilar to Superman 64. Whereas that game constantly forces you to either fly through hoops or walk stiffly and awkwardly through on-foot segments, this game constantly forces you to complete a pretty generic Candy Crush clone. You fucking thief! Or a completely ass-backwards conversation system that literally punishes you for being a considerate person.
Seriously? You're seriously gonna ask me that? It's fucking pink, bitch.
bitch! Are you for real?
I mean, the game is just completely lacking in atmosphere and tone, which is not helped at all by the bland, empty soundtrack. But wait! There are so many more characters that are either unbearably dull, insufferably obnoxious, or both. They include a middle-aged nymphomaniac, a pseudo-Buddhist, a chocolate waitress, Q's words, not mine.
I love me some chocolate.
A space hooker, some green-haired lady from Kid Icarus, the disturbing product of an unethical human-feline crossbreeding experiment, and a blue-haired girl who's surprisingly likable until she's used for sex just like everyone else in the game.
No. What did you do?
Now, before ending this video, I'm just going to address one more significant issue, and that's the game's writing, because you can just sense, you can just feel the bloated egos of the writers, and they are clearly way too confident in the game that they were making.
I know, right? It's crazy. So you can use them on your next date too. Is that cool or what? Introducing the latest in Love Fairy technology. I don't think you realize the gravity of the situation here. You've got to be aggressive. That nice girl shit isn't gonna cut it.
And you know, it's pretty appropriate that I've been using Red Letter Media clips this whole time, considering the fact that Mike and Rich share the exact same feelings on the writing of modern Star Trek shows.
And then it's like the writers are patting themselves on the back.
Because morons are watching. This is a show that is designed to make morons feel smart. I'm watching the smart thing, and none of it is smart. It's all stupid!
And admittedly, the people who love this game would argue, but Sam, it mashes together two separate genres, puzzle games and dating sims.
Well, wow, that's some kind of fucking achievement. Really? No, it's not.
I mean, you can brag on all you want about making a hybrid like this, but you still need to make it a good final product. The game that my next video is going to be focused on, Max Payne 3, is at the same time a high-octane action story, a tragic, somber character piece, and a sociological look at Brazil's economical divide. But more importantly than that, it mashes those types of stories together in an artful and tasteful way.
It was perfect. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express. It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me. So I guess I was finally about to go and experience the other side of Sao Paulo firsthand. The bit people try to ignore. The unpleasant memory they try to obliterate with cocktails and helicopters and parties and lines of blow, like rich fools the world over.
So yeah, that is my spiel on HuniePop. At the end of the day, it is just a sleazy, pathetic waste of time, and even though making fun of it will probably never get old, I do feel like George Lucas about the Star Wars Holiday Special, in that if I had time and a hammer, I would smash every trace of it off the face of the earth.
Hello again, Sammy. You didn't think you could mock my game again, did you? Well, now that I'm here in physical form, you're all mine.
Well, I may not have the time. But at least I got a hammer.
That's it. Come to Q. Wait a minute, is that a hammer? Oh god, no! Ah! Ah! Oh! Ah! 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 Oh! No, not the face! Ah! Not my adorable face! Ah!
You got him real good.
Well, see you next time, folks. I'll make sure I talk about a game I like next time. Oh, and by the way, here is a message from Patton Oswalt on Red Letter Media for anybody who's thinking of playing this game.
Any slumming celebrities, like, I'm going to be real. I'm going to connect with the YouTube generation. I'm going to go on this fucking... No, this is a fucking nightmare. Holy doing the mouth fuck.
I'm not your stepping stone. You're trying to make your mark in society. You're using all the tricks that you used on me. You're reading all them high fashion magazines. The clothes you're wearing, girl, are causing public scenes. I said, I'm not your stepping stone.